What's good, fam?
This is crazy.
Welcome to the Skate Mob
Session number
Podcast.
2.
We're about to take the streets
2
by
in a
storm.
day. Let's go.
Get ready to hang out with us. From tricks to trips and everything.
Miami,
in between.
Florida. Miami, Florida.
We'll be talking to pros, amateurs, and beginner skaters. Sharing stories, hyping up the community.
You can relax and
Whether
shit.
you're a
Yeah,
seasoned
boy.
skater or
Let's
just
go.
getting started. Or we could just chat. So
Yes,
buckle
sir.
up,
Yes,
stay
sir.
tuned.
Yes,
It's about to
sir.
get
It's your
real.
boy Hyper Mike. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? This is Hyper Mike. Thank you for tuning into the Skate Mob Podcast. Today, I have another special guest. Now, the special guest right here, the one and only. This is one of my childhood skate buddies from back when everything started. This is amazing, actually. Actually, he came. I mean, actually, we knew each other for a long time, and we always, always stayed in contact and stuff like that. And I came out to Miami, and I'm trying to connect with some people, and then I'm like, yo, this guy is in Florida. Let me hit him up and see if we could connect. So today, we connect with my old school inline skate buddy back in the early 90s. Maybe like 97. Was it like 90, 95, 96, 97 area around there?
No, even
Little
earlier
earlier?
than that, even earlier than that, man. We're
Okay.
talking about 92, 93.
All right, yeah, okay.
Because,
Okay.
damn.
Okay. Those are the years. So, without pleasure ado, how that shit go? Without further ado, that's what it is. Without further ado, Eric Garcia. What's up, Eric? How you
Yes,
doing?
sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you
Mike.
for coming.
Thank you, brother. It's a
Yes,
blessing.
sir.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
It's a blessing.
What's
Yeah.
up, Eric?
Pretty much, me and Mike, I ran into Mike, like you said, like 92, 93. And it was one hell of a journey. I'm not going to lie to you. When you're skating, it's like, it's freedom, you know what I'm saying? And I enjoyed it for 6 years straight. I started when I was 11, and I ended up stopping like around 15, 16 years old. Pretty much, I got hurt doing pretty much a trick, a stunt, and I fell off a vert. And when I fell, I hurt my back, and ever since that time, it was like a wake-up call,
Mm-hmm.
And
And this is all in New York City, like
Yeah, that's
what,
correct.
What location?
this was, matter of fact,
West
in
Side, right?
108th Street in Riverside. You
Hold on.
probably guys know what skate park I'm talking about.
Riverside. Let's go. Shouts to the Riverside crew.
Yes, shout out to them, man. And growing up, at that time in that prime and that area,
So you were there before Riverside, probably.
what's funny? You're absolutely right.
You was there before Riverside.
Yes, because what it is, those verts and those ramps weren't built yet.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, we were just hitting rails, curves, and we would just go everywhere pretty much, all through New York City. Our journey from, we would start from like Central Park. I don't know if you guys are familiar, like Woman Ring.
Woman Rink.
No, Woman Ring. What is it? Remember Chess and Checkers?
Chess and Checkers, yeah.
Yes.
Eric Garcia in the building.
Yes.
Eric Garcia taking it
Yes,
back to these
yes.
stuff. Yeah, so when we were skating back in the day, right?
Yeah.
The shit was at its prime. At its prime. Inline skating was at its prime.
Yes.
It was a whole bunch of wheels,
I
whole bunch
loved
of
it.
companies.
I love it.
We had as far back as I remember, like I think the last pair of skates I saw you on was like the Oxygens.
That's correct.
And then before the Oxygens, I think you had like rollerblades or something like that. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I started with, if
The
I'm
TRS,
mistaken, the
right?
TRX.
Yeah.
I really started with, I believe it was his name, Chris Edwards, right?
I just saw Chris
Right?
Edwards today. I left. Have you met Chris Edwards?
I've seen him
You never
once,
met him? He's here.
but the thing is, like,
He's in Miami.
he
If you
really-
could, if you come, I could. If you fucking with me tonight more, I could introduce you to him if he's there.
I'm not gonna lie to you. As a young kid,
You're
I was
a
a
fan.
big fan. Yes,
You're a big fan. That's okay. That's okay.
Yes. I was a
just said-
fan.
I said what's up to him and shit like that.
I'm not gonna lie to you because
Shouts to the guy.
the guy, he's not a joke. He's a legend.
Yeah, should-
straight up legend and go.
He's gonna be here.
He's gonna be here.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome.
If you
Awesome.
if you come to the Frankie Morales joint, he's definitely
He's
gonna
gonna be there?
Yeah, I'll introduce you to
okay,
him.
all right.
Hyper Mike's gonna introduce you there.
Yes, Hyper Mike. Yes.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, Hyper Mike.
That's what's up, man.
What's crazy is that I always wanted to meet the man, and I saw him like I think once at a competition, but I never shook his hand, and I just wanted to tell him, yo, thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
thank
word
you
up.
for
I'm sure he'll appreciate
pushing the
that.
doors out there, pushing to the limit that everybody loves to this day. You know what I'm saying? And I think skating is awesome because it keeps you in shape.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
A day like this, especially in Miami, you know what I'm saying? You're rollerblading through the streets or wherever, skate park. When that sun hits you, oh my God, you're going to drench. And you're going to say, oh my God.
I felt a little bit today.
Yeah, right?
I
It's so hot. It's not a joke.
I ridden the whole boardwalk in Miami today.
Oh, yeah?
I rented a city bike, and I ran from I think 40th
Isn't
Street.
it awesome, man?
40th Ave all the way down to the Scarface
I
building.
love it.
But yeah, let's go back to the 90s. So
Yeah.
obviously you my skate 90s friend, my skate 90s buddy. I used to go to
Yes.
your block and call you out the window or call you, hit your buzzer or something like that.
Yes.
I don't think we had cell phones. I think I used to call you before I'm leaving. I used to skate up there in the hot summer just to go see you. And mind you, I used to live.
correct.
He lived on the west side. On the west side on 108th Street,
No,
big Columbus.
I'm originally from 104th between Amsterdam and Columbus.
Okay. 4 blocks away.
Yeah, it's not
5
too
or 6
far.
blocks.
Yeah.
Not that much. I used to come from 116th Street.
That's correct. You come from Spanish Harlem.
Spanish Harlem to the west side.
All the bodies are at, but not no more. The bodies ain't there no more, you know?
Yeah, they still there.
But yeah,
They
hiding.
say that. I
They're
go there
hiding.
every
They're
year. I
hiding,
see
you know what I'm
family.
saying? They're hiding. But
So I used to travel from the east to the west to go see
That's correct.
Eric.
That's correct.
Eric.
That's correct.
And we used to go skate together, and we skate downtown, uptown, wherever, the thing is. And the reason why I used to go visit you is because, you were nice. And I didn't look at you as nice. I looked at you more as like a friend, like
That's correct.
like down to earth type dude and shit. Like,
correct.
he was doing his thing. We never got into no scuffle, beef, or
man.
anything like that, which is dope.
right.
We respected each other, which is
correct.
great.
That's correct.
But when this guy skates and skated, like, we didn't skate every day with each other. We probably skate like once a week or every
Yeah.
other week
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
twice a month or whatever. But we were consistently seeing each other. But then he'll go out and be like, yo, I was skating with such and such, so I'll miss his sessions that he has. So he'll have like a couple sessions. You have a couple sessions in before I even get to you normal.
That's correct.
And
You're right.
and you used to do those tricks like so smooth, so buttery,
Yeah.
so
Everyone said the same thing.
like if you fuck up one time on a trick, you do it again, you perfect it in a couple of tries. That's just my vision of like what I saw. Your 540s, your grinds and all that stuff.
That's
but
correct.
at that time, it was the beginning.
That's correct.
It was the beginning of like a lot of things. And I'm sure, people wanted you, be down with the teams and all that shit. Let's talk about that. So when you go skate, like besides me, like going to check you out and shit, like what was your day like in skating back in the day, back in the early
Man,
90s?
I loved it. I hanged out with a bunch of dudes. Like pretty much, like I start off where I'm at. I end up, warming up the day and just skating, and then I ended up going all the way downtown. I usually run into ice skater. He's pretty much another legend, Calvin. Who out there, Calvin South.
Shouts to Calvin.
Yeah, shout out to Calvin. I usually literally knock on his door, and I would drag him out the apartment, and then we will start skating all through, downtown Manhattan towards like the, the Banks, right? Brooklyn Banks.
You used to skate from his block all the way downtown?
all the way down there, man. And we used to skate a lot of Women Ring.
Fucking like 40 miles.
Hell yeah, man. We used to
40
skate
miles
down
in
there.
anti-rocker.
So that's how far back I go, because Calvin was already skating too at that time, And I was already, 12, 13 years old. And
Yeah, we went out pretty young, right?
yeah,
Like our
man.
parents was like, "Yo, fuck that.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out,
yeah,
yo.
yeah,
Do something. Just don't
exactly.
be in the corner.
Exactly.
Don't be in the corner selling that crack." I'm
That's
kidding. I'm
correct.
fucking with
That's
Tribe,
correct.
everybody.
Yeah. No, it's true, man. And like I said, skating was like it was beautiful, man. It was freedom. Pretty much, we had a clique, and well, everyone had their own clique, but for some reason, we all ran into each other as we were skating through the day. You know, like I said, sometimes I run into Calvin, sometimes I run into Roland Styles, Roland Rivera, right?
Rollison Rivera.
Rollison Rivera, excuse me. Then you got the Ozzy, you got Nene, pretty
The
much
FR crew.
the FR crew. There's more names out there. Forget it. I'll get lost with them. But I run into them. We end up skating, and eventually I became good at it. You know what I'm saying? I love the sport, and there were sponsors in front of me, but at the time I couldn't really travel because my mom's was like, "No, you're
ain't
too
going
young."
nowhere.
You
You
know
ain't
what I'm
going
saying?
nowhere.
Exactly. She wasn't having that.
I don't got $100. I don't got $1.25.
For real.
I'm not giving you $1.25 for the train.
Exactly.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
I dig it.
so-
Protection and all that.
Yeah, exactly. And at that time, they were talking about traveling around the world, these sponsorships,
Okay.
And I remember right before I got hurt, there was a contract in front of me with locations that they were going to start traveling to, and there was going to be big competitions. I remember that.
So they give you a contract.
Yeah, they were like
Okay.
already like offering me like, okay, you know what? We see where you at. You got this far. How about this? If we see you keep on doing what you've always been doing, would you join this team? And there were certain teams there. They were
You
like
want to share the
Oxygen.
team or not? You want to share the team?
Yeah, I could.
It's up to you. I like to know.
Rollerblade was one of them.
Rollerblade? Okay.
Oxygen, sort of.
Okay.
They looked at me. There was
Oh,
another
skate
company.
Skate companies.
Yeah.
They threw down a table for you?
Well,
That's fire.
at that time, they were like,
Exclusive.
yeah, like
Skate
and
My Podcast right here.
I literally seen like a whole like contract where they're gonna like start sending us to, you know what I'm saying? And like
Okay.
like London, Paris, Germany, Italy, if I'm mistaken, of Spain. I seen all those locations in Europe. Cali. Matter of fact, if I'm mistaken, I was supposed to stay in Rollerblade, one of their houses in California, Malibu, California. I was supposed to stay there.
You would have been with Chris Edwards and them if
That's
you would have won that.
That's
Uh-huh.
correct.
Chris Edwards at the time, Frankie Morales at the time.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct. Yeah, I was pretty much this close, and I remember Hyper Mike coming up to me. He was like, "Yo, man."
Me?
No,
Nah,
was it you?
me. Not me.
No, I know who. Mike Murder.
Oh, Mike Johnson. Okay.
Mike
Shout out to
Johnson.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay.
Mike Johnson. Sorry, excuse me. Once again, Mike Johnson. I remember I was skating in 108th Street, and that same day I was like, I gave it up. I was like, you know what? And Mike was like, yo, don't give up. Yeah, I'll give you. If that's the case, yo, don't stop skating. Even if you don't have the money, I'll give you the skates. You know what I'm saying? And I remember him trying his best, like, yo, don't skate, don't stop. Come back. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Whatever it takes, we'll do it for you. We'll get you where it needs to be. Yeah, and I remember that day, and I felt bad, and I pretty much kind of like let it go. And, like I said, 6 years from 11 all the way to 16, and I gave it up. I was just like, I got tired of it. But with all that, like I said, it was a beautiful journey. I skated with Calvin. Like I said, I skated with the the FR crew. I skated with Oxygen crew. I have skated with Rosies, right? Rosies?
Rosies,
Right?
yeah.
Skated with you guys because I know you was part of that clique at one
Yeah,
point, right?
a little bit.
Right? Was you?
I wasn't down with roast. I had a lot
Right.
of roasty skates, but condolences. Shouts to Rollison Rivera for hooking up the
Yes.
crew and all that stuff,
Yes.
and he put us on, like you're supposed to do. If you're the big man, you're supposed to put your peoples on. You feel me?
Yeah, that's correct.
But that's what he did to a couple of us, a bunch of us, not just one or two. He did his thing. Shouts to my flowers with Rollison Rivera.
Yes,
Good shit.
I remember
He lived not that far. He just lived on the east side.
Yeah, I think in the 90s, right?
Yeah. Hard man to find. Good man.
I remember he started doing this whole production with, producing and directing. And I remember he was filming where my area was at in the, the Upper West Side. And he recorded me so much, and he did like a good, I don't know. Like
that was Fast Shoes, right? It had to be Fast Shoes. Wintertime and shit.
Was it Fast Shoes?
It had to be Fast Shoes.
No.
Fast Shoes or No Money Down?
It was the one that he
High
had
Rollers?
Gillen. That,
3 videos he did. It's probably Fast Shoes or No Money Down or High Rollers.
It's one of those. I think it was High Rollers.
High Rollers, yeah.
Yeah. So
High Rollers is a popular skate video, by the way.
yes. So I remember he recorded me, and it was like for like an hour to 2 hours. I remember that.
Damn.
And all I know, it became like very. I started to realize that it became more politic,
Okay.
And I don't think it was his fault. I think it was just in general, like it was a politic thing and it was a sponsor thing. And I think the sponsors wanted to gravitate more on the people who already like had a name of themselves,
Well, you was upcoming. You was probably
pretty
going
much.
through your emotions at that time. I dig it.
Yeah,
I wish at that time I would have known what you was going through. I would have probably like fucking
like
probably gave you like a word to like how we could. So, it's all
Rollison-
good though. Our friendship is more,
Yeah.
valuable than, at
You
the
know.
time was going on and shit. That's what's up.
Rollison saw me skate and he said, "Yo, I love the way you skate. You're dope. You're awesome." And all of a sudden, I said, "Hey man, by the way, being that you recorded me for like an hour or two, is this going to go anywhere else?" And he was like, "It all depends. Let's see what can I do, And when the film dropped, pretty much he erased me. He pretty much erased me through the whole set, the video set and everything. And
You didn't get a chance to see all that stuff.
yeah, I didn't see it. So he's like, "Look, man, I'm so sorry. It was more like a politic thing where they wanted the skaters who were already out there, you know what I'm saying? Like they had a name on themselves,
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, look, I don't blame it. It is what it is. But he never gave me a copy of the, the
Of like
film.
his things, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
At that time, they were editing, but not there. They would like send videos out,
That's correct.
and somebody else would like kind of like do it and shit like that.
Okay.
But that's probably how it got lost. I don't know if they got archives. We gotta check if they got archives from back in the day.
Well, look, whatever he has, I don't know if he still has it to this day.
But
he
at that
probably
time, the
deleted it.
'90s, this guy Eric Garcia was the king. There was nobody fucking with this guy.
Thank you.
When
I tried.
it comes to street skating and all that, battling crews or whatever, he was the guy that just like sets the mood and everybody be like, oh shit, whoa, what the fuck is going on? He'll be, I really never seen you skate with other people. It was just like, when I come through, I skate with you, to practice and, to get our shit done. But like when I'm gone, you go back into the battlefield and, you do your thing.
That's correct.
You know what I'm saying? Because I always remember you always telling me like, oh, I just had sessions with multiple people, whatever, base, skating sessions. And then we skate together and then you just learn new shit. I'd be like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He was like, I learned this shit yesterday. And
Yeah.
all day you doing the same trick and all that shit. Golden, that's the golden eras. Backslide, like
That's
from the
correct.
very top
I
of
love
the rail
backslide. Oh,
all the way down to the tippity tip
yes.
and maybe like a 360 out or something like that. But skating in New York is like, it's your own battlefield, your own playground. So you could go 2 blocks down and have a all day spot there,
That's correct.
and then 2 blocks other down is like, in the circle, you could just do whatever you want.
That's correct.
So I asked this to everybody. Did you have a crew? Were you down with a crew back in the 90s?
Was I?
Besides being
I
down
had
with the
another guy
sponsorships
with
and
me.
shit?
Matter of fact, I did have a kind of crew, but
Yeah.
if they were nice with it, like with the grinding, there was one guy named with me.
You had a name of the crew?
No, we didn't. No, there was no name. We just skated.
The no-name crew?
No name crew. Yeah, man, no name crew. But everyone recognized who we were.
Yeah.
Wherever we went, Queens, Brooklyn, you name it. Even Staten Island, we
Should have
We
been
not
down with
there.
the TWS. You probably was down with TWS. You probably didn't even know it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the
I wouldn't
crew for
even
the
know.
East Side. That's what's up, man. That's fucking fire, man.
Like I was telling Mike, pretty much that's how I met. Rest in peace. A good friend of ours, man. His name is Eric. What would be his last name, man? I never got his last name, man, because there's so many Erics out there. What they call him?
Estrada.
Estrada. Okay.
Estrada.
For all you guys out there, Eric Estrada. I pretty much grew up with Eric since a young kid as well, like Mike. I met Eric at this location, and the way I met him, it's just funny because I was skating on a rail, and I was doing all these tricks, and it was me, Bashim, Mike Johnson, excuse me. So you got all that right. Mike Johnson. I was me, Mike Johnson, Bashim. And we must have been like, I don't know, 12, 13 years old at the time, And I remember I was doing all these crazy stunts. I was doing all these tricks. You name it. I done it. And I was just, doing what I was supposed to do. And all of a sudden, as we leaving that location, Eric Estrada came out of nowhere and he was like, yo, man, you're dope, bro. Like, I love the way you skate, and he was like, yo, man, like, he really wanted, like, pictures with me, and, like, he literally wanted me to sign, like, a T-shirt with a marker at that time. We had, like, those, how you call those markers where you, like
Like the pilots?
The pilots,
The pilot markers? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he had, like, I remember him having, like, a white T-shirt, like a blank one.
Yeah, he always had a
and
white T-shirt, yeah.
He wanted me to, like, sign my autograph on his shirt,
That's crazy. We still talk about that cat.
you
We
know?
still talk about Eric. Rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace, Eric, man.
We still talk about
And
you, man.
That's how I met Eric. I met Eric when I
what's
was must have been like, I don't know, like 12, literally, like when I was a young kid.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yo, man, how can I get down with you guys and everything? I said, man, we don't have a click here. You're welcome, man. Just join in. It doesn't matter,
The golden era.
Yeah, man. And I remember, we didn't have like cell phones at that time,
Calling out the window.
Yeah, it was like,
Throwing a rock.
because he was like, hey, man, how can I run into you guys? Hey, if I really want to, how can I find you guys? So
Cool dude.
at that time, we had house phones, you know what I'm saying? And then pretty much, I remember him giving him, my number. We exchanged numbers and everything. And I remember one day I pretty much got over him, over the phone with him, and he was like, yo, man, where you guys are going? I said, look, man, meet us on 108th Street on the Riverside.
He was
and
there
I
like
hanged
a-
up. Click. And
He was
like,
there 2 seconds. Yeah, that's
and sure
fine.
enough, he found
great,
us.
Great skate memories, man. That's a good thing about the 90s, man. Like the energy there, like, we just do it as kids and stuff like that. And, during that time, a lot of people faded away, and doing adult things and, getting jobs, getting families, creating this, creating that. And which is great. Life it's has its journey.
Yeah.
But as a skater, it's always going to be in our heart, always going to be our thing, our love and our passion, our joy, whatever.
That's correct.
And like I as for me, I'd be like, yo, if I wasn't skating, I'd probably been doing some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? But
That's what I said too.
and I still remember the journeys, like skating to your crib. You feel me?
That's right.
Only on nice days, early in the morning,
Yep.
in the winter or whatever.
Mhm.
And those memories last a lifetime and stuff like that. Staying out of trouble, not doing dumb shit.
And you know what's crazy, Mike? For all you skaters out there that live in California in the hot climate, you have no idea that we skated in the snow, in the rain.
Early.
We skated
8
in
o'clock
every
in the morning.
season. You name it. We
Yeah.
were outside.
Yeah,
all right. I don't care what anybody tells me. We were outside. All right.
Since your last pair was the oxygen skates, right?
That's correct.
Do you remember like the wheels that you were riding? That's a stupid question, but fuck
Yeah.
it.
Damn. All I remember, they were like, because I remember at the very beginning, you remember in the two solid wheels. They were very hard, and like they always put them in the middle so like people could grind on them.
Yeah.
Not the rubber ones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Like
about,
the
right?
Senate wheels in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you had Senates.
So I had like Senates.
I forgot the name of them. We call like Supermans or some shit, right?
For some reason, I end up having all wheels, but Fat Boys. You remember the Fat Boys?
Yeah, the Fat Boys.
Yes. I had a thing of the Fat Boy wheels. So at that time, I ended up skating with those wheels. And a lot of the guys were like, yo, man, how you going to grind with those? How you going to jump on the rail with those? Like, they're going to stick to the rail.
Well, you wasn't doing a lot of front sides. I'm going to be honest. You wasn't doing a lot of front sides. You was doing like...
I was doing Royales.
And stuff like that. Front sides was that's old school, right?
Compared to us. What's the name of that trick that is an X looking?
Unity.
Unity. I mastered that.
Unity.
So,
yeah.
For all you guys out there, this is way back.
This is the beginning of the Unity, yeah?
I did a trick, and it seemed like it didn't hit the media at that point in time because people wasn't really recording.
No, the big tricks were like done on TV, on the competitions and stuff like that.
That's correct.
And then Rollins and Rivera would come back to us and be like, oh, this is the tricks and all that shit like that.
So, what was that rail in Chambers? That is long.
Screamer, they call it Screamer, like Chase. That's pretty much
the one that it's like it goes down like a circle.
A circle.
It's down in Chambers.
Chambers Street?
That's correct. Right like towards the West Side Highway.
Oh no.
As a matter of fact, it's in that film. I think
I'm an Uptown boy.
Underground? I think it was called the Underground.
I don't know.
Right.
I ain't spent a lot of time downtown, but if I did, I go down. I go down deep, son. Go down deep, skate mob, motherfucker. Okay.
There was this rail. It was long. Don't pause, but you know what I mean. It was like 100 steps, pretty much down. It was like a university down in downtown Manhattan, and I pretty much nailed it in one try. In one try, I nailed it. So a lot of people say it couldn't have been done, but I did it. And mind you this, I was like 13 at the time, Pretty much I did what is it when you go backwards? What do you call it? A 270?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So
wow, you left the game a long time ago. It's all good. It's all good. It's good.
So
I love it.
This rail, it's not easy. When you fall, you're gonna hurt yourself. I don't. It's a guarantee. A lot of people. I've seen people hurt themselves all the time. But this is one try. I just got there. And I saw a whole bunch of guys just leaving because they were skating on that rail. So I go to the very top. I looked at the rail. And all I know, I did like a 270 Unity. Boom. First try, went down the whole thing. And everyone was like, what the heck?
270 Unity, okay. I see.
Mind you, this was like 91, 92.
They don't even call like 270s. Like they just call it like, it's like, it's changed. Like you missed like 3-4 generations. Yeah. Of like being in the thing. It's cool though. You still holler at me. You still holler at me.
Yeah,
send you the clips. I still tag you in there. I still forward the shit.
That's right. I think I don't know how people say, but like it was like, yo, you're like a legend to us too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You consider like a legend.
How you a legend to the OGs?
Yeah,
of the OGs.
Yeah, I'm a legend. They kept saying, you're a legend because you were out there. You wasn't like. You didn't pop up out of nowhere. You was there since
in the
very beginning.
Did you ever compete? Did you ever do the NISs and the ASAs?
I think, if I'm mistaken, one.
You did one? Okay.
Yeah, because at the time, my money wasn't right because you had to pay.
I don't think anybody's money was right.
At that time, I was in.
Not like $3 a day that time. $3 a day.
Telling me?
Yo, my boys.
You telling me? And that went a long way in a grocery store.
Yeah. Yo, my boys in the neighborhood, they call me $3 man. They would call me the $3 man, bro. Yo, but I made that shit stretch, kid. You know what I mean?
Yo, my thing was you know what my thing was? You remember 72nd Central Park?
Yeah.
The stairs go down?
Flats. It's called the flats, Eric.
Okay.
It's called the flats.
Now, I remember with a dollar, we would buy potato chips and we would buy like pretzels.
In the park.
Yes, in the park.
And a knish.
I remember.
And you bought a knish?
And a knish.
With ketchup and mayonnaise.
Yes.
And mayonnaise.
So what we would do is we'll open the chips and we'll put ketchup in the chips.
Oh, you
You
dirty.
remember that?
Dirty New
Oh
Yorkers.
my God!
All y'all guys that
it.
was in 72nd Street flats
Oh
are
my
dirty
God.
New Yorkers.
I love 72nd too. That was my thing, man. And that was like the hut for all of us. We all met up there. You know that.
Yeah. That was the fucking the golden.
That was the hut.
Yeah,
Everybody
that was
met
the
up
hut,
there.
Yeah. The fucking hut, the hub, everything. That shit was the holy grail of like a meetup.
Yeah.
And not only inline skaters were there. There was bikers, quads, dancers, coners. Call it coners. You know what coners are, right? The people that do the cones.
Oh yeah.
There was a whole bunch of
we
people
were
there.
never really into all that, but it was fun.
It was fun. We do it for fun and hang out and stuff on the flat. Shout out to
were-
everybody that went there.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
You was a stair rider?
Yeah, I
You was
used
a
to jump
stair
those stairs, man.
He was a stair
I used to jump those stairs. I used to
You
literally
jumped them
clear them
shits?
out. I used to clear them out.
Yo, Calvin Sales said he jumped that shit.
Yes, I cleared them out, going backwards.
Wait, you went fakey and jumped that shit?
I literally went fast, turned around, went woo right over the whole stairs,
Get
and
the
I landed
fuck
on the
outta here.
second on the second level.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
restrooms
flat.
are at.
Yeah, you get the fuck out of here. You
Yes,
did that.
man. Yes.
Ah, you guys are
Not
hearing
once,
that shit first.
but like at least 4 or 5
he
times.
went fakey down that shit.
Yes.
Fakey zero spin down that shit. That's what it's called now. You went fakey backwards.
That's correct.
And then without turning a zero spin. That's
right.
what it's called. So
That's
you
right.
did a fakey zero spin.
Dude, I used
Too
to
flat.
love it.
Yo, those steps is like maybe like 40 steps.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
But it's not the big steps like you climbing on top. It's like little it's like babies, like little baby steps. But the baby step inclines like a good 45 degree. Like if you haven't been there, I'm just trying to describe it to you for you. Like, oh no, that's bullshit. You see that? You see that shit? You're gonna be like, yo. So if you ever seen the Biggie video, it's in the Biggie video,
That's
one
correct.
of the Biggie videos and shit like that. So the
Matter of
total
fact,
and all that shit.
That location is in like every film.
Yeah, a lot of films, yeah. John Wick. If you seen John Wick,
Yes.
and all that shit.
Matter of fact, Home Alone.
Damn, so you fakey that shit?
Hell yeah,
Get
dude.
the fuck with anti-rockets? Oxygens or
No,
TRS?
no,
You had to be the
I
TRS.
had the TRX or the,
TRS, yeah.
Chris Edwards, one of those two.
Wow. Oh, yeah, the Tarmacs probably. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Tarmacs. Yeah.
I used to literally clear out those stairs. Literally clear them out. And I would get on stage. Remember the stage that would be right there?
Yeah.
All right.
I know you used to bio and
I used to
flipping all
literally
that shit. He flipping off the stage.
the
and
bio
shit.
misty flips.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was so scared of flip. I bioed off that shit.
Yeah.
That's high.
That is
That's
kinda-
fucking, that's a high fucking thing.
And the thing is, when you jump that height, it messes up your skates. A lot of people don't realize that, but eventually the wear and tear, your bearings at the time.
Break down that shit, yeah.
I remember jumping off those, those.
Gotta see the skates now, man. Them skates is like indestructible, bro.
Really?
Indestructible,
They
yeah.
made it stronger now, maybe.
Yeah, like 30 years that you've missed and haven't had skates on your feet, bro.
You know what skate that I loved and I always wanted?
Which ones?
The K2s.
K2s?
Oh, my God.
They got some new K2s.
I was a big fan of the K2s, man.
Shouts to K2. K2 is doing that thing.
K2s, it was something that
You
I
gotta
always
see the new
wanted to
skates
do.
that's coming out. They got some really good skates. They got skates that look like fucking Jordans.
Really?
Oh,
With the pan leather,
yeah,
right?
You didn't see those.
Man.
if you come to that Frankie Morales shit, you gonna see them shit. I'm sure
Really?
you got them there, yeah.
Ah,
Yo, just like them Jordans, them, I forgot the numbers of that shit. I'm not a sneakerhead, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, this shit just fire. Chris Edwards actually had them on today.
Really?
Yeah, he had the all black ones, pan leather, and all that shit.
Wow. Like I said, he's
I'll introduce you to him.
he's one of a kind, man. He's a legend in Arlo, right? Remember Arlo?
Oh, he might be there. I have no fucking clue. I'm just there representing New York.
No doubt, no doubt.
Showing New York City support and showing love to everybody. Skate Mob is in the building.
That's correct.
And just trying to get the word out there.
That's right. That's right.
Because there's a lot of people coming in from abroad, South America, Europe, and all that stuff, and they're doing their thing. Oh, excuse me. Having an IPA here, in case y'all guys are wondering what we cracked open earlier.
And we're not really promoting them. But
No. Fuck
they're
that.
Good. They're good though. It's not bad.
It's cool. It's a cool chill drink. So we out here live in Miami.
That's right.
So now Eric Garcia is now a native to Miami.
That's right.
He's not going back to New York.
I ain't going back, man.
Not going back. It's all good. It's not for everybody. New York is not for everybody.
I'm a New Yorker till the day I die. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie to you. It's in my blood. You know what I'm saying?
It's cool.
Wherever I go in this world, I'm a New Yorker. I'm never gonna admit it. You know what I'm saying?
But
Of
it's
course.
fun.
You know
But
what
it's
I'm
fun. Miami is fun. We're gonna have fun
Yeah,
than We're
you
definitely
know.
gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna go a nice spot,
That's right,
chill,
that's right,
kick it,
man,
do whatever the hell we want. Stay out of trouble. Don't get arrested.
yep, for real.
All I know, Florida got the gun laws. So I look at everybody. Everybody got a fucking gun.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
New
right.
York is like, man, you ain't got no fucking gun. Shut up. That's why everybody's so tough and shit
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
That's cool. So Eric, so you haven't. When was the last time you skated? Do you remember?
The very,
or put on
very
skates,
last
family day,
time I think
anything?
I skated, it was in the Bronx. It was like a
03?
matter of
You
fact.
skated in 03?
You know who I used to see. You want to hear? Yo, Mike, you ready to hear something scary? So
It is October,
this
so
is
we
this
definitely
is
do it.
this is scary, but in a good way. So what I'm trying to get at is that Ray Mendez.
Ray Mendez, yeah.
I used to see him all the time at a supermarket in Harlem.
What the fuck, you shopping for grapes?
I would run into him, and every time I run into him, he goes, "Yo, man, what's up, bro? Like, how you been?" I'm like, "Everything's good, man." He was like, "Yo, I see you here all the time." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I run into you all the time too." So, I started talking to him about the skating industry and everything. He was like, "Look, man, I'm doing stuff for the
Yeah,
kids."
to get you and your
know.
family a pair of fresh blades, man. Go
Yeah,
family
you
skating.
telling me?
out here.
And then he always wanted to get me a pair of skates.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Man, would you get back into it?" But I told him, not an aggressive way. I don't mind rollerblading, you know what I'm saying? But an
You
aggressive
could
way.
just look stylish and
Yeah,
do your
you
thing.
know.
Look
And
good.
I even told him, I said, "Look, even
good
if
to
I
put
have
on
to
skates.
train kids
Yeah.
or grown-ups, it doesn't matter what age it is, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind training them because I love the sport. That's what it's all about, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we spoke, we exchanged numbers, and he was like, "Hey, man, reach out to me. I think I might have something coming up."
Yeah, you should give him a buzz, man. You definitely should give him a buzz.
So from there on, I remember he was doing like this big event in the Bronx. And it was for like, I think a charity for the kids, for school. And sure enough, he reached out to me. He said, "Hey, man, would you like to do something for the kids? Give back?" I said, "Hell yeah.
That's right.
Hell yeah, man."
Did
With
you do
no
it? Did
hesitation.
you take it? You had to take
I
it.
took it.
Nice.
And I didn't even want money. And he knows, hey, I didn't care about the money. My thing was I just wanted
Going to give
to
back
be
some,
there.
man, somehow,
Exactly.
yeah.
I don't care about that.
Well, you can always still be involved even though you're not skating, right? Because it's obviously in the blood. You know what I'm saying? So you give all your passion. You give everything to it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no hard feelings to it. It's like, oh, I hate this job. You're not gonna say that. You're not gonna be like, oh, I hate this fucking job. But it's great. If it's in the blood, you're definitely gonna you're gonna enjoy that shit. Especially if you're around people that do it too. It's gonna be a little bit more exciting and stuff like that.
And shout out to Ray, man, and thank you, for like still putting me out there, because I remember at the time he would be like, "Yo, man, don't stop, come back, you know what I'm saying? If you need some skates, I'll get it for you, no problem, you know what I'm saying?"
Yeah, we need to get you some skates. What skates are you looking at?
You know what? I ain't gonna
Well,
lie
now
to
you can't buy it for yourself now because your wife gonna be like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I want a pair of
exactly.
skates too.
Exactly.
She be like, I want the white ones. I
Yeah,
want the
yeah,
I want the pink ones.
As a matter of fact, she wants a pair of skates.
Yeah,
That's
do
the
it, man.
funny thing about it.
Yo, it's the best joy. It's the best joy. You could jump here and there. You know what
course.
I'm saying? But it's the best joy. So if you guys are like wanting to skate or learning how to skate, just get a pair and just be with somebody that knows how to fucking skate.
That's right.
You have the best time of your life. Just do it properly. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And then you just consistently do it and stuff like that. But yeah, Eric, if you get back on it, you're gonna be like, I'm out. I was in Miami today and I was at the boardwalk, right?
You
I'm
love
in
that
the car.
boardwalk, right?
Right now, I'm in the car. Looking for parking, right? I'm just not a car. I wasn't in a car. I was in a fucking truck. I'm like, oh shit. I'm in like the Back to the Future truck. I'm like Marty type shit. You know when Marty gets the new truck at the end of the movie?
Yeah,
That shit
I
look
know.
like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, oh shit. I'm trying to look for the fucking building.
Okay.
I look to my left. There's a chick, like half butt ass on rollerblades. I'm like, yes, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
And I'm just like that. And the guy's on the bike. I'm just like, oh, I gotta find a parking real quick. I gotta find a parking.
Ah,
real
they got
quick.
you hired,
I was like,
right?
they don't know
They
I'm
got
right
you
here.
hired.
They don't know I'm right
They
here.
got you hired.
But that was fucking dope. I never seen that shit coming from from the city. I never seen like a girl like in a bikini doing
they're
their
literally in
thing
a
with
bikini,
headphones and
skating.
shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, it's a different beast over here. That's one thing I could tell you.
That's cool. I like to
in
see that
Miami,
again.
the women out here, They pretty much almost halfway naked, but
That's cool.
they ended up skating. You see them riding bike, skateboarding, like literally like halfway naked. And
That's cool. I enjoyed it.
I guess it's the weather. The weather makes you feel like you want to dress up.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I saw a lot of red faces today.
Oh yeah.
You know, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, you
That
must be fucking either drunk or just sunburned.
That's what I got. That's one thing I got to tell you, that the sun over here is not a joke.
I dig it, man.
That sun over here is not a joke.
You got? Do you have Instagram? In case anybody wants to follow you and
Of
stuff
course.
like that. Are you posting like old shit?
The thing is, I have one old picture of me skating, and it was a black and white. There was this photographer.
Wait, which one you got?
It was just a black and white picture. It
Is
was
it-
a photographer. That
Is it
he
like
wanted.
a big one? Is like a big.
It was like a little portrait-looking picture, and I have a couple of them. I
think I want
gotta
to see
find
those.
them.
I like to see them.
I literally got to find them. And
Because I think we did have cameras back then. We were taking photos. and
we
shit.
did. Like I said, I got so many like people, filming me and taking pictures of me, doing stunts, flips. I remember I did
you
a
gotta,
trick.
You gotta resurface that again.
Oh my god!
You gotta follow this guy. He's gonna throw some stuff on Instagram, yo. He's gonna tell some stories on there. Describe it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. People love to see that, man. Definitely.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The tricks I used to do was just like, okay, yeah, he means business.
Yeah. Imagine if we would have kept on like skating and like how good we would have been at this moment, like street skating. Because we're street skaters. We're definitely street
We're
skaters.
all street skaters.
And a New York rider was like struggling to become street and vert at the same time.
That's
Street,
correct.
vert, and ramp. Struggling to maintain that balance, right?
That's correct.
But New York didn't have it.
That's correct.
So like if you wanted to be that skater, we had to travel.
Yep, that's correct.
And your parents had to have a car and stuff like that. Your parents or somebody had a car, needed to have a car or ride or whatever, or take a bus and all that shit to do that. And we struggled. We definitely struggled. But you know what? It paid off.
That's correct.
It definitely paid off because New York, whoever grew up in New York City and still street skating since day one, over like 20 years old, barely where it just started, I give them their flowers.
That's correct.
And till to this day, the OGs now, they strictly street. And when it comes to the ramps, it's like, fuck the ramps. I'm just gonna bang them out with these fucking tricks.
Mm-hmm.
And it works. It still works. It still works.
Yeah.
It definitely still works. Now, you're gonna see that tomorrow. If you go to that con, you're definitely gonna see that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you everything about that skate and shit. You're gonna be like, yo, this is
Did
crazy.
you check out the location?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
was it?
I was
It's
there
nice?
last night. Yeah.
It's beautiful looking. Like
I mean, for the first
it-
time, everything's gonna be
Okay.
beautiful when you see it for the first time. Not all the time.
Is
know
it
what I'm saying?
like the ramps are made out of wood,
It's
like or it's
concrete.
built like it's
The whole
concrete.
entire place is
I
concrete.
hate those.
You hate it because
I
we never
hate
had it.
those.
That's why.
I hate those
But
because
they build extra stuff to put on top of it, like wood stuff.
Okay.
So they put like extra obstacle courses and all that stuff. So it's pretty
remember-
nice.
I remember I transitioned from wood, like ramps, like were built from wood and metal plate, and then all of a sudden somebody was like, "Yo, man, you got to come over to this location." I think it was in Queens, if I'm mistaken, and they built like all these ramps out of concrete and rails that was solid to the ground. You couldn't move them at all. It was just
In Queens.
yeah. I think it was in Queens, like under the bridge. This is my first time traveling to like Queens.
Bro, if you see New York City now, like if you go to your old neighborhood
Yeah.
and we go to these like street spots, you're
Yeah.
going to be like, what the fuck is going on here? You're going to say, I wish I had this at us. I wish I had this. I'll fucking go crazy. Da-da-da-da-da. Now, New York City now, 2024, there's skate parks everywhere.
It's everywhere now, right?
Everywhere.
Oh, that's dope.
108, the way you saw it before, is not the same anymore. It's changed.
By the way, like
It's
now that
changed.
you brought up 108, is 108 still there? Because I heard like,
Like I said, it's there. It's changed.
but my thing is,
It's a whole
all
concrete
right.
skate park.
No, so they took out the ramp.
They
like,
took
no.
out everything. That's what I'm saying. If you go there, you probably cry.
No,
You're gonna be like, yo, what the, you probably tear.
no.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I have a picture in my house that I printed out that
Really?
they destroyed the ramp. I think I got that from pro skater John Ortiz. He posted on Instagram. I saved it. I printed that shit
Damn,
out.
you brought back John Ortiz.
Yeah, yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
The last time I saw John Ortiz, matter of fact, it was with Ray Mendez. Matter of fact, I believe it was the same day that Ray was telling me, "Hey man, would you like help out with the kids and everything? I was like, sure.
Yeah,
And,
you gotta come when we have a big event and
I
all that
remember
stuff.
John Ortiz stopped by, and we took some pictures with each other. Matter of fact, I think Victor Canada was there too, right?
Probably.
He was there, if I'm mistaken. Who was there, man? I know it was a couple of people. A matter of fact, I believe I spoke to Kelly, and she said she was gonna stop by one time, but I don't know. Maybe she was kind of busy and she couldn't show up. But yeah, for all you out there that love skating, please just be safe. Wear your helmet. Wear the right gear, please, because I've seen people getting hurt left and right. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're just starting. It's it's a dope sport. I love it. And for you out there, man, especially if you just starting, get yourself some good gear, man. Don't be cheap with yourself. Spend,
Yeah, you gotta be cheap with yourself.
In the beginning, we were cheap. We had no choice because we had no money. So whatever we had, we took advantage of it. So
Yeah, you definitely gotta be cheap. You
I
definitely gotta be cheap with that.
I remember just having a
And then
helmet.
till you get to the real deal.
And oh my God, these knee pads. I think they were called bonuses.
Bonus?
Remember bonus?
Yeah, bonuses. I don't know if it's
my
still out, but they still there.
God, those
Oh,
were
shit, I thought this was
dope.
last.
Those were dope, man. I used to wear those all the time, and that's the only time I wore those is when I got on the ramps, on the verts, and I really,
you were
because
good.
I kind of like mastered the street skating, so I always wanted to get into the verts, and do more tricks. For all you out there who don't know, but there's a skate park called I think it's called Malali's skate park.
Malali's, yes,
That's
yes.
correct. In the
They're
Bronx.
still there. They're still
They're
there.
Still there?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the
90
Malali
segment.
skate park, man, that's an old school skate park. It's like another classic location when it comes down to for all you skaters out there. I remember they used to do little competitions there, and I used to get there and I used to just get hype. I used to do some wild tricks. At that time, I used to do like there was this ramp, matter of fact, and it was like very steep. So you'll get on top, but it was a steep.
Yeah,
It
at
was
that time,
very steep.
It was it was like,
But I think it was meant for skateboards.
it was bikers. It was a bike.
It was
park.
exact. I think it was meant for the skateboards and for the bikers. So there was this one ramp that was very steep, and a lot of people were scared to jump in and just go on forward. I remember I would like pretty much go on top and I would just do a whole drop in, and everybody like, yo, man, that's dangerous. How you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have good accuracy because when you land right on the ramp, and it just you end up going doing some wild tricks, And I remember one night
They had a in Malali. Speaking of Malali's, they had a like a reopen reunion type thing there the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
like
my
a
God.
fucking 1,000 bikers came. through.
Oh, man.
Like the owner of the park was there, and he did his thing.
Oh, that's
He
dope.
did his thing.
Um,
It's still there, Malali's is still there,
Yeah.
and they moved Yankee Stadium.
yeah, I remember that. Oh,
I'm taking it back. They moved the whole Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
They shift the whole shit to like the side. You're like, just move it to the side.
Mm-hmm. They didn't go too far though.
No, they just moved across the
Like
street.
across the street, yeah, exactly.
But Yankees play tonight. We're gonna see the Yankees.
Oh my God, man, this is
And you got a
gonna be
Yankees
good.
hat.
This is gonna be good. You don't got one? You don't got one?
No, I stopped wearing my Yankee hat a long time ago. That's another story. It was I had that Yankee hat for a long time skating. I think it was a little staple, but I was like, you know what? I had to take it off.
Okay.
'Cause I started becoming a man, like a man. you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, yo,
it's-
fuck this skating shit. Everybody gets into that skate moment. Like, I don't like skating, whatever. Let me take a break. Get a job.
Yeah.
Get a little girl.
See,
Something.
that was the problem. This is where we gotta go backtrack. So we're gonna go backtrack. Now we're gonna go back for all you out there. So this is what's the deal. The deal was the dream. The dream was for all of us to get sponsored. That was the dream. The dream was to get sponsored.
yeah.
Not everybody had that opportunity to get sponsored, and get like free skates or free wheels.
Was it
and
was your dream to get
bearings.
sponsored or no?
That was my goal. My goal was to
You
get
had contracts
fully
in your
sponsored.
hand, like, bang,
I
bang,
had
bang, bang.
contracts because right at that time I think I was just destroying it.
It was like a reality that it just came too
like
too
a lot
fast
of
for you. Yeah.
a lot of people were like, okay, you know what? We see what you're about. You mean business? Like I said, every trick I've done is like I nailed it. You know.
My next deal, I'm gonna forward it to you, and you give me the okay. My next deal, I'm like, yo, check this out.
You know, and pretty much that was the goal. The goal was to get sponsored, get recognized, and you know, and just take it to another level. You know, but we didn't have that opportunity. Now everybody was blessed to have that opportunity.
Yeah.
And give it big shout out to the ones that did. You know, and you know who you are for your names out there. Like I say, you know, the FR crew. Shout out to, you know, like Rollerson, Calvin. Calvin is a big legend too. A lot of people sleeped on Calvin, excuse me. But Calvin is a big legend, man. Very big. And he started young too as well, man. And big shout out to him.
Yeah,
you know,
shout out to Calvin.
I hope he's doing good, wherever he's at. And the last time I remember, he was skating. But I don't think he's doing all the wild tricks like he was doing, you know, when you were young. Because when you're young, your body, you know what I'm saying? You fall, you don't feel the pain, you get back up, you do what you're doing. Yeah, of course.
If you put on the skates, you definitely have
You know
more
what I'm
fun.
saying?
You definitely have more fun.
But
You enjoy it better.
we're a lot older now, and you know, this is not for ours really pretty much. This is for the young crew now, you know what I'm saying? The ones who are up and coming right now. But hey, the sport is awesome. Don't stop. Or like I tell you, you know, just keep on doing it. You know, now if you have to stop, hey, it is what it is. You know, if you feel like skating is not meant for you, then hey, you know what?
If skating is
At
not
least
meant for
tried,
you, it's because you're with the wrong crew.
That too.
You with the wrong people.
Because a lot of it has to be with motivation.
Yeah, it's motivation and the people you hang out with and skating
correct.
too. Because skating, when I was growing up skating, I wanted to skate with people that was super, super supportive.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like to skate with fucking people that just was about themselves, because skating is not about yourself. It's about, you know, teamwork, doing shit together and learning together.
Right.
You know, that's how you grow.
That's correct.
And shouts to my crew down at the east side, down in New York City, uptown, downtown, out of town, north town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the One Away crew, shouts to the One Away crew. You know, the One Away family it's definitely a blessing, you know, to still see them and stuff like that. Shouts to, you know, Antoinette. Shouts out to Ra. There's a whole bunch of people. Shouts to Joe Hines, the One Away crew. My man Drew. I don't know if a lot of people remember Drew. Do you remember Drew? We used to skate together back in the day. Drew and Hyper Joey.
Yes.
And
Hyper
all-
Drew.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn,
And,
you brought me back with Hyper Drew, man. Whatever happened to him, man?
He's doing his thing. Still trying to locate him.
Okay.
So hopefully
Trying to find
he
him.
hears this podcast and be like, "Oh shit, this is Mike still doing this
my
shit."
God.
Yeah, motherfucker, come through.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers want to see you.
Wow.
But yeah, great people. They still there. You know, they still show me support.
Okay.
And that's a good thing. Even though you stop, you know, you still show support, still show love. You know, to, you know, whatever you like, man. You know what I mean? I'm still surprised I'm doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's great.
I love it.
You
I
know?
love it. That you still skating to this day. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
After an injury, after 40
what's
years old, it kind of like slows down for another year. That's you. And that's you got free IPA coming to the podcast. Look at that. Who gets that?
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
So we got Eric Garcia here. You know,
Old
chit-chatting.
school legend.
Old school legends before legends. Like, what are you doing? Like a highlight before the shit even started. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like putting that out there as a legend, but everyone considers me
Yeah.
as like a legend, you know, old school legend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
for sure.
you know,
Definitely in the record books, man.
yeah.
It's fucking great, man. Not too long ago, them skates.
What is it?
Them skates.
I never heard of them.
Oh, okay. All right. I got to put
probably
you on speed.
Came afterwards.
All right. So John Julio, obviously you know John.
I
Julio.
love
Okay.
John Julio, man.
So John Julio evolved to a company called Them Skates, and
That probably must have been like another 5 more years down the line.
that was
right?
those.
10 more years down the line, maybe? Like in early 2000?
Nah, no,
right?
but I'm fast forwarding for you to
Yeah,
understand.
gotta be like 2000 because I
so
remember.
now he has a huge company, successful company. So he had a pop-up shop down in New York City,
Okay.
flooded with New York City skaters. Flooded.
Really?
I was there. I bring out Calvin Sales. A couple FR people were there. A couple old school skaters that we was there when we were skating with back in the day. They were there.
Okay.
Ryan Jacklone was there.
Oh, Jacqueline. Wow. Classic.
Yeah, a guy named Ali was there. Gil Vasquez was there. I didn't get to see him, but he was there. You know, and the new school guys, you know, like the new school companies, like the Be Unique, you know, they there, but they not with the skate scene like that anymore. Okay. Shouts to Be Unique, shouts to Courtney. But everybody was there, Eric. Everybody was there. All the people that you know, they were there.
Mm-hmm.
We was having a good time. John Julio enjoyed it and all that stuff.
Nice.
And and it was so good that he's actually coming back to
Nice.
to, you know, do his thing.
That's dope. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like to hear stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. It was great. People haven't seen me. I haven't seen them. Even the old, like, it was crazy. Ryan Jacklone was there, and he was like, "Yo, what's up?" I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" Like, it's fucking nuts.
You know, I don't want
Dave
to
Ortega was there. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people was there.
Oh my God! You know, I haven't seen that man for a long time.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. We were talking. We gonna get up on the podcast.
Really?
We were chit chatting. Yeah.
Ah, that's dope, man. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
I met that man a couple of times, but
And that era right there, it's something else. There's still a lot of stuff, missing puzzles that people don't know and stuff like that. So you unlocked one today. You definitely unlocked one puzzle today. how rollerblading companies back in the day gave you contracts and you was like, nah.
So
that's
what,
pretty much, you know, like to sum it up. You know what I mean? Like, nah.
what really happened, like I said, I hurt my back, so I did a stunt. I remember I was doing a stunt, and this stunt was meant to go, I guess, into like I think it was for like a commercial or something, like an ad, I guess I was doing.
Yeah.
And, you know, on One Way Street, the vert that was there, pretty much, if you fall out that vert, you're done. You're going to hit that concrete pretty hard.
Yeah.
So I remember I pretty much went up and I did a trick, like I was upside down. And I was supposed to land back on the vert, and I didn't. I went off of it.
You fell off that shit? You was good at that. You was good at that, right?
So I fell on concrete, and I fell so hard that my back, I pretty much thought I got, paralyzed ever since.
Oh, so your injury happened there?
Yes.
Ah, I got you.
So
it's all good, though.
It was like, it felt like when an athlete, they sign an athlete.
They sign a contract and just fuck it up.
Fucks it up. Exactly.
Nah, you was more of a different grade.
That's pretty much exactly what pretty much happened.
I wish I would have seen those fucking contracts. I think I would have probably gave you some good advice.
So there was like three.
I was a little dirt bomb. I was a little dirty Puerto Rican back then.
You know who looked at me? You know who really wanted me?
Who was that?
Remember that company? I think it was called Transport
Transport backpacks.
So
I don't think they're around anymore.
Transport was looking at me. AAA was looking at me. Mountain Dew was looking at me. Oxygen, I don't know. They heard words about me and they kind of like felt like there was still like members in their team that I still had to make a name out of myself.
Yeah, Kryptonic and probably Hyper and all that shit, right?
Yeah. So Hyper, it's funny. I always wanted to get down with Hyper, but it is what it is. Like at that time, there was more agencies coming out, more sponsorships. But Hyper was one of them,
I remember calling Hyper. I was like, yo, can I get some wheels? They were like, sure. I'm sweating my tears. I'm like, how's the weather out there in Cali? I'm like, I don't know shit about Cali when I'm fucking like 12 years old.
Now, this is a good question. Back to you. Yeah. Where did the Hyper mic came from?
Oh, the Hyper mic came from, it came from Bashi. Bashi was coming up. Really? You don't know that? All right, so I'll tell you.
I was we grew up with each other.
Yeah, you didn't call me Hyper Mike Well, you
Bashim
I think you
and
did
Mike.
call me.
Mike
You
Johnson.
still
excuse
call
me.
me Mike or Hyper Mike.
We all grew up with each other.
But Hyper Mike pretty much came from. I think I spoke about this before, but it's all good. Hyper Mike came from. We was all at City College.
I remember that. Oh, I love
You
that
know
place.
how we used to sit on the side of City College, and
Okay.
we stay there. It could be back cold and all that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And everybody skates, one at a time and all that shit,
Yeah.
do their thing. So we get there, and we trying to call Bashi
Okay.
to come through on a session.
Yeah.
So usually when we get there, he takes probably like an hour to get there. So we sessioning like are ready to leave, and
Yeah.
guess who pops up? Fucking Bashi, right?
Okay.
So he's coming up the steps, and
I must have been there then, because I'm usually with Bashir 24/7 at that time. At that time,
probably maybe
I was with him all the time.
maybe
Wherever we went, he was there.
So we at City College, and he's coming up. He's giving everybody pounds and dabs. Hey, what's up? And but Bashi's saying the names. He's like, oh, what's up, Chris? What's up, Dan? What up, da? And then when he came up to us, it was like all the mics sitting together. It was
So he didn't want to get no confusion.
right. So it was a white mic, a Spanish mic, Hyper mic, and a black mic. It was like 50 mics.
yeah.
I said like 4, but it was like 50 mics. But when he said that, I was like, that kind of makes sense. I'm gonna fucking just rock with it. Fuck it. So I just started saying like, I was like, yo, fuck it.
And it's
just call
funny
me Hyper
because
Mike.
to this day, people recognize your name now.
Yeah.
who you are.
So but at that time, I was getting a whole bunch of shit from Hyper and all that stuff.
Yeah, remember.
Everybody fucking
I
knew,
remember.
but they wasn't calling me Hyper Mike.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, I'm sure they called me Hyper Mike and all that shit, but he kind of like stamped it. So I kind of like, I say, fuck it.
Like, okay.
All right.
So you ran with the name, pretty
Yeah,
much.
I just stood with the name. I
And
was
it's
like,
funny because
I'm not gonna be like, yo, my name. I'm not gonna
what-
get my full government.
What's funny
Yeah,
is
fuck that. I'm not a baseball player.
What's funny? What's funny?
I'm a
about
skater.
your
You need a
name
cool name, right? You
is
need a
that
fucking dope name to fucking
Your
skate.
name kind of like ring bells through the air, through the streets because people would say, "Yo, man, have you seen Hyper Mike?" I'm like, I just finished talking to him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. For
so
sure.
it's just crazy how they know you as Hyper Mike now.
yeah.
They didn't say, "Yo, Mike." They say Hyper
Yeah,
Mike.
which
you know?
Mike? Yeah, which Mike?
So
Which Eric?
when I said Hyper Mike, I was like, yeah, but I just finished talking to him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
we're
yeah.
supposed to link up. But damn, you broke it back with the
Yeah,
City
so that's
College.
pretty much how
right?
it went.
That was
and
City
that's-
College, right?
That was City College. Yeah, that was City College.
What was the one woman? What's it called? Real City.
Real City? Yeah, that was a good one.
That was in like in 122nd Street,
that was
right?
the
in
stomping
Amsterdam?
grounds. That's
that
why
was dope.
yeah.
Yo, I love that place.
I kind of met Bashi. I didn't kind of meet them there, but Bashi and Mike Johnson used to go there a lot. We used to just kick it. We was all from 3 different neighborhoods, like the hood,
Yeah.
to go there. And then you came through. It was all from different hoods.
It's funny because
going over there. That was dope.
I met what's this guy's name? Ron Hunter.
Ron, yeah.
I used to love skating with him because he was a nut. You know what I'm saying? He was just crazy with it. And for some reason, he kind of like, I don't know, we lost contact with each other. And he was like, yo, man, where are you? I'm like, I'm in the projects. You gonna come over? He was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm going over there. I'm gonna see you. Fuck that shit. I want to skate with you.
Yeah, the New York skate love is totally different.
And I remember once I skated with his brother like maybe twice before he passed away. God rest his soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
What's his name? Harold Hunter, right?
Harold, yeah.
Harold Hunter. Mm-hmm. For you out there, see, another old school legend.
They got the Harold Hunter
You know what I'm
Foundation
saying?
too.
What is it called? The Zoo York?
Zoo, I'm not sure.
What's it called? The Zoo York? Man,
Probably,
shout out to Ron Hunter wherever you at, man. If you see this video or listen to this, man.
Yeah, I got to
Wherever
forward.
you at,
I'm gonna forward them this.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
God
for
bless.
sure.
Hope everything's all right with you, man. You and your family.
They Gucci. They doing their thing.
Most definite, man. But
So where we at? We're a little bit over an hour.
Okay.
We definitely hit up the the skate stuff and all that stuff. Is there anything you want to do? Any shout outs beforehand before we hang it up?
Well, the names I could mention right now, man, it's just, shout out to, Ozzy, Nene, because those guys I used to run into. Calvin, most definite. Mark, his friend, he's right hand man, but I don't know, how's that going with him. You.
Oh, appreciate you,
Big
man.
shout to Mike. Bashim, wherever you at.
He was in Miami. He ain't in Miami.
Stop hiding, Bashim.
Nah,
Huh?
He's in New York.
He's in New York, okay.
Yeah, he's in New York.
Mike Johnson.
Where he belong? He belong in New York.
Shout out to Mike Johnson.
Yes, sir.
I love those. I love I used to call them the brothers.
Yeah, don't wake Mike up. Mike will come out and just destroy the industry again.
Shout out to Mike.
Mike is like a John Wick.
Yeah. I love that.
Leave him alone. Man. He got the gold coins already. He's good.
They used to call us. They used to end up calling us the Three Amigos because we used to, like, wherever I was at, Bashin was there.
Yeah, those are the sessions I missed.
And that Bashin, it was Mike.
That was the sessions I missed.
That was it, man. They used to call us the Three Amigos.
Yeah, good shit.
Shout out to my boy Derek that was skating with me as well. You know what I'm saying? He stopped skating a long time ago.
And the no name crew.
Yeah, guys probably you don't know
just
about.
Out there.
Yeah,
just out there skating, kid.
There's another guy named Lou. He was nasty with it. Another guy. Who else? Damn, man. Who else? I'm missing anybody? Who else? Ray, man. Shout out to Ray, man. Ray Menace again. John Ortiz, man. Like I said, Ron Hunter, his brother, man. Who else? Damn, man.
Well, you was at the game. You're gonna come back. You're gonna come back strong. You're gonna be a part of. You're gonna be part of it again. But thank you for coming. Thank you for jumping on the Skate Mob podcast.
Most definitely.
We could do this again in the future.
Yes.
And next time we get on this, what skate you have, and be rolling, doing flips and shit. And I think your wife's gonna be like, "Yeah, he motherfucking grinded. And you're not supposed to grind. Not supposed to grind."
You know what's scary about this? I was walking in the streets with her one time, and
you jumped off 5 steps.
No. It's funny because I do stupid shit like that too. What's funny is that I remember me and her were walking in the streets, and some guy or some kid came up to me, and she was probably clueless, like, what the heck is he talking about? Skating this, skating that. Because I mentioned her that I was, into the whole aggressive skating at one point, and some kid would recognize me. Mm-hmm. And I guess he was like, yo, man, you was known for this trick.
In New York?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, what the heck? And I was like, look, it's a long story.
Yeah. All right, yo, guys, we're going to hang this up. We're going to keep on chit-chatting. Until next time, tune into the next episode. This segment right here is the 90s, the 90s section right here. We just talk about old school skate shit, you know what I mean?
That's right.
But everyone, thank you for tuning in. Eric, appreciate you hanging along, telling your stories.
Yes, sir.
And now we out. We're going to go do some grown man shit.
That's right.
Thanks for tuning in to the Skate Mob podcast. Stay tuned for more exclusive content coming soon. If you enjoy the show, please show your support by leaving a comment, liking, and subscribing to all our social media platforms. Your support means the world to us. # Skate Mob podcast. Peace.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to Skate Mob Podcast. You want to advertise your next skate event or business with us? Reach a dedicated audience and increase brand visibility and grow your sales. Email us for rates and packages. Let's roll with Skate Mob. Now back to your regularly scheduled program.